One of the interesting things to look at on Google Earth is Air Force bases. And for today's exploratory video, we're going to look at the Davis-Monthan Airforce Base in Arizona. You can just click there on Google and it will send us right there. And already there's lots of interesting things to see. You can see the outlines of various planes and fighter jets at the bottom over there, the base itself. But one of the interesting things that you can see, which is a little bit curious, are these odd lines that you can see around the Air Force Base. Wondering what they are, considering the area around the base, what could this be? Some form of um, runway or something? But looking closely, one will very quickly get the feel that this is a golf course. And golf courses are quite easy to spot on aerial photographs if you know what you're looking for. And it's these sort of curved odd lines that you can see, which is quite an interesting one of the nice things as well about Google Earth is if you go back in history, you can see um, a little clearer that you can see that because it's a dry area in Arizona, that the golf courses is irrigated to a large extent, and that's why when you're looking at a city or a suburb, one can very quickly pick up um, golf courses in the area just because it looks a little bit odd in relation to the surrounding terrain and structures and block nature of the city. All right, but let's investigate the Air Force Base a little bit further. Apparently the Air Force Base is around 7,000 hectares, so that's about 7,000 football fields or so. But it's very cool. I confess myself, I don't know a lot about the Air Force and military jets, but it is very interesting just to have a look because you can see the jets themselves, you can see the shadows, and around the jets as well, you can see these marks where the jets themselves have been moved around by various vehicles. And this is one of the great things on Google Earth is, like myself, if you don't know much about aircraft or Air Force bases or anything like that, it is pretty cool just to go in and examine and see what we got over here. I've got some smaller fighter jets over here, larger transport planes, I would imagine. And what is very interesting is you can see how close they are to the surrounding suburbs in the area themselves. If we go this way, you can see here's another golf course because of the well-irrigated stadium over there. You can see a little baseball field over there. And this golf course itself is quite a large one. Looking closer, you can see the greens, surrounding you see these are man-made water bodies. And zooming in right close there, you can see the structure over here has some solar panels on the top over here. So what is great about Google Earth is you can take a random area, for example, a random Air Force base, such as this one, and there's so many things to see in and around it. We can deduce that this is a runway just because of the large and straight nature of this built surface over here. And one of the things in Google Earth that you'll get used to as you develop more and more is interpreting or making sense of natural versus man-made features. And in this area, you can see it's very much a man-made dominated feature in this area. You can see the sort of blocky nature of the city that surrounds the base itself. And you'll notice here, and this is more of a river feature because it's not as straight, it's not blocky, it's got a lot more of a natural feel to the area itself. So with Air Force bases like this, one would deduce that the area around it, that the Air Force base itself will rely on the area around it, and a lot of the area around it will find its employment in services that support the Air Force base itself to varying extents. So some interesting features here. I have no idea what these domed features are over here. However, interesting to see and look about, just to see what we can see on Google Earth. Is this the color of the jet, or is it just rusted? I do not know. but interesting to see and have a look at. Another thing that one will learn in courses such as remote sensing is how can you tell that this is a jet? Well, it looks very much like a plane that you would see in the sky. Orientation, the structure, the feature of it. It's very interesting to look at. And let's have a look. What is over here? These look like storage containers. It's very interesting. This you could tell here is a road, just from the nature of the pattern nature of these stripes over here that is common for us. And that's one of the great things as well about Google Earth is when you go in and explore, you can look for things that are very familiar to you, or see what you can find that's not so new. So in that, this is just a brief exploration of an Air Force base and the surrounding area. And going into this video, I didn't expect that golf courses would make such a big feature in this video.